me is that he feels the best that he's felt since he's got into the NFL. He's very comfortable in the offense, feeling really good physically at this point in time, and just trying to put this all together because, as we know, started out really strong, then they hit some bumps in the road, got back on track against Philly, but they just want to get back to doing what they do.
Comfortable as he has been there in Dallas. Interestingly, Kurt, you were the last Giants quarterback to start against the Cowboys, not named Eli Manning. Do you remember that game from 2004? It was a little while ago.
I do. That was a good game for us Giants. We were down in Dallas. We got a big win that day.
Look at this. We're looking at some old video. I don't know if you have a monitor in front of you. Did you know that Daniel Jones was 7 years old on that day, Kurt, tonight?
Really? Really, Linz? I mean, we have to go there? I mean, let's just talk about the good day in Dallas. We don't have to talk about the age thing.
Okay, well, we'll see if Daniel Jones will have a good day tonight against Dallas. What does he need to do in order for that to happen?
Well, I think the biggest thing, Linz, is he's just got to get the game to slow down. And a big part of that is having some good things happen early. For a young quarterback, you come out and some things go against you early, you start to press a little bit. And I've seen that, early on in his career, the first couple games, he looked really good. After that, things started to kind of go downhill on him a little bit, and he was pressing and forcing some balls. And we know throwing a lot of interceptions early in his career. Come out, have something go good early for you, slow the game down, and just play football the way you know how.
This game not the only one that you've called this week. Also had that Texans-Jags game in London where Deshaun Watson added yet another "how did he do that" highlight to his resume, that lateral to Carlos Hyde. It's like looking in a mirror, isn't it, Kurt?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just unbelievable that every time out, he's going to give you some sort of highlight. You don't know how it's going to show up, but as you mentioned it, we saw a couple of them yesterday morning. He's just incredible. And, I was talking to him before the game as well and just saying, once he puts that all together as well, start seeing things inside the pocket, recognizing pressure, being able to play there first, and then adding all those special plays, it is going to be scary how good he can be. But every time out, they continue to say in Houston, we know every time we step on the football field, we've got a chance when that guy is behind center, and we see that each and every week.
Watson, the first ever player with 18-plus passing touchdowns and 5-plus rushing touchdowns 9 games into a season. He's also got a pretty high completion percentage, but he does not have the highest in the league. Do you know who does?
I do not know who does. Who's got the highest in the league right now?
His brother is on set with us here. It's Derek Carr. Gruden said that his game yesterday was as good as he had seen from Carr since Gruden had been back in Oakland. What do you see when you watch Carr this year?
Well, I mean, I see a lot of things. I see a guy that's more comfortable in the system this year than he was last year. A guy that's getting a lot of help. I think he's got 2 bona fide superstars in the future in Darren Waller and Josh Jacobs behind him. That helps. Offensive line playing great. And he's got a lot of players that are stepping up. They're not a lot of household names, but a lot of guys stepping up and making plays. And when that happens, you feel comfortable every time you drop back that if you can put the ball where it needs to be, somebody's going to step up for you. And so I'm excited about the way he's playing and the way the Raiders as a whole are playing. I think they're exceeding expectations at this point, and I feel like every time out they can be competitive.
Well, we'll see them on Thursday Night Football right here on NFL Network against the Chargers. Kurt Warner, have fun at the game tonight.
All right, Lindsay, let's go over to the Packers and the Chargers right now. This one was a shocker. Not necessarily that the Chargers beat the Packers, but the way they beat them. It was one of the hottest quarterbacks in football over the last 2 years. Chargers shut him down. And the entire Packers offense, for that matter. Melvin Ingram gets in for a sack, losing 7 yards on the play. Only 50 yards of offense in the first half for Green Bay. Now, Chargers trying to put away. Melvin Gordon kind of looked like Melvin Gordon for the first time this year. Chargers win it 26-11. Melvin Ingram balled, so he gets the call from Dion.
Hey! Oh! There go that dog. Second half, 2 quarterback hits. Hey, man, how do you hold one of the best in the business to 184 total yards, 139 passing? Are you kidding me, man?
Man, we just out there playing assignment football, man. You know how that go.
No, I don't, because it hadn't been going this year. So I want to know what was the difference.
Your boy back. So me and Joy can get out there and get it in. You know I had the hamstring injury, so you know how that goes. So we back out there working together.
Man, that is unbelievable. I mean, today was a collective effort. Offensively, defensively, you guys gel together, man. That's what I want to see.
Yes, sir.
What's been missing besides you?
Man, the chemistry, man. We really ain't been clicking on all cylinders, and I think we all just looked ourselves in the mirror. We looked ourselves in the mirror like, let's focus on what you yourself can do to make this team better, and everybody just holding everybody accountable now.
So what do you guys need to do to continue what you did today?
Man, we got to stay a course. We got to play assignment football, stay a course, and don't get too high and don't get too low. We got to understand all we got is the men in this locker room. So long as we hold each other accountable and lay it on the line for your brother, we're going to be all right.
Chargers, one of the best defensive performances of the year considering the competition there. Green Bay didn't get on the scoreboard until the last minute of the third quarter, really. What did the Chargers do to them yesterday?
Well, it's Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, so of course you got to affect the pocket. And I know it sounds easy, but the Chargers have the guys up front to do it. And when you watch Bosa and Ingram, the one thing you do is when you're looking at Bosa, he beats you outside early and often. He gets around the edge. So that tackle knows that. So he's going to overset Joey Bosa. He's going to get way outside. Bosa gets great leverage, beats him inside after beating him outside earlier, affects the middle of the pocket. Aaron tries to step up, keeping his eyes downfield. That's a sack. And then here is Melvin Ingram right here. He's just doing a good job of ricocheting, using that tackle's back, coming up, slap, rip, and then he's pushing off the tackle. Again, not letting Aaron Rodgers get comfortable. And you have to pair good pass rush with good secondary on the back end. So you can have a great pass rush, but if you're not stopping guys on the back end and having good coverage, it really doesn't matter because we know Aaron Rodgers can put the ball anywhere. So that's great man-to-man coverage right there. Tight coverage, not getting the pass interference. Again, good pressure, making him throw the ball off his heels, not letting him throw an accurate ball down the field. You got to combine both of them together to be successful against Aaron Rodgers.
You started with the front. That front is good. Here comes Joey Bosa, too. Last 3 games for Joey Bosa, 2 sacks, 1.5 sacks yesterday. Meanwhile, you know who the least sacked quarterback in the league is in terms of a guy who's played every game so far this year? It's the guy they're going to play coming up on Thursday Night Football. Carr is the least sacked quarterback in the NFL, so it's strength on strength.